topic natin today is derivative as a rate of change. No? So any change in a variable quantity is called an increment. No? So customarily, the symbol delta, Greek letter delta, is used to denote this change or increment. No? So, the rate of change. No? So change in variable. No? So in calculus, no? So ang change of variable. So kalimitan, change in y and change in x, no? Or change in dependent variable y, delta y. So that is y sub 2 minus y sub 1, and change in independent variable delta x, or that is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. No? So yung variables with a subscript of 1, so that is the initial value. No? Then yung may subscript na 2, so that is the final value. No? So pag kinuha mo yung difference, no? So that is the change in variable, no? Or that is the increment. No? Okay, so that's delta y over delta x. So ayun nga, sa pag-aaral natin, no? So titignan natin, no? Ano yung rate of change, no? Pag nagbago yung delta x, so ano mangyayari sa delta y? No? So one of the example of rate of change is the slope. No? Diba ang slope? So sa definition natin, so that is rise over run, no? Or that is the steepness of the line. No? So to solve for the slope of a line, no? So ang formula natin, so that is delta y over delta x. Change in y over change in x. So the slope po. No? So example ng rate of change. No? So yung changes in y, no, with respect to x. So halimbawa, no, meron tayong curve of a function. No? So y is equal to f of x. No? So if we create, no, a second line, no, ano ba ibig sabihin ng second line? Second line. Bagsik.
Line that intersects at exactly 2 points.
So a line that intersects the curve, no? At exactly 2 points. No? So yan. So paano natin isa-solve yung slope ng second line? Pataki, may ano ka ba? Concern ka ba? Naka-raise ka ng kamay?
Ay, wala po sir. Napindot lang po.
Okay, po, no? So, paano natin isa-solve yung slope ng second line? No? So, para ma-solve yan, so gagamitin natin yung formula. No? Delta y over delta x. No? So, slope of the second line. So, kailangan natin ng 2 points doon sa curve. No? So, kunin natin yung point of intersections, no? Point 1 and point 2. So, at point 1, so ang coordinate niya, so x coordinate, so tawagin natin siyang x. No? So, ang y coordinate niya, so that is f of x. Then, point 2. So, point 2, so x coordinate, so tawagin natin siyang x plus delta x. No? So, saan galing yung x plus delta x? So, di ba, change in variable, so delta x, so that is equal to x sub 2 minus x sub 1. No? So, gagawin lang natin, solve lang natin itong x sub 2. No? So, transpose natin itong x sub 1 sa left side. No? So, we have x sub 1 is equal to x sub 2. X sub 2 is equal to x sub 1 plus delta x. No? So that is x sub 2. No? So, yung x sub 1, so tinawag lang natin siya x. No? So, yan. So, the distance, no, between point 1 and point 2, horizontal distance, no? So, that is equal to delta x. Ayan. So, that is delta x. Then, no? So, if the x coordinate is x plus delta x, so the y, So, yun yun. So, that is f of x plus delta x. Okay. So, meron ka ng 2 points. Then, we have the coordinates. No? So, solve natin yung slope ng second line. So, tawagin natin siyang m sub s. So, that is delta y over delta x. So, that is equal to change in y. So, y sub 2. So, ito yun. So, that is delta y. So, y sub 2. So, that is f of x plus delta x minus f of x. Then, delta x. No? So, x sub 2. So, that is x plus delta x minus x sub 1. So, that is x. So, x minus x, so 0. The slope of second line, so that is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. So that is the formula for solving the slope of a second line. No? So, kahit anong second line yan, so ang general formula natin, no? So ito. So kahit ito, no? 0.1, 0.2. No? So yun. So meron kang x coordinate, no? Y coordinate, ng 0.1 and 0.2. So magagamit mo yan. So pwede rin ito. So ganyan. So second line. No? Basta second line, so magagamit natin itong formula. The next, no? I-transform natin tong second line into tangent line. So, paano natin gagawing tangent line itong second line? So, para maging second line siya, tangent line itong second line. Ano nga pala ang tangent line? What is tangent line? Tangent line. Anyone? What is tangent line? Autoral?
Yung tangent, yung line na nagta-touch dun sa isang straight line nagta-touch dun sa isang curve, pati rin sa isang point.
No? So, it intersects the curve at only one point. No? So, that is a tangent line. So, para maging tangent line itong second line. So, i-consider natin itong delta x. No? Yung horizontal distance between 2 points. No? So, gagawin natin, so i-approach natin siya into 0. So, pag ginawa natin yun, no? If delta x is approaching to 0, so magkakaroon tayo ng tangent line. No? So, ganun po. So, tangent line, no? So, meron tayong straight line, no? And meron tayong point of tangency. No? So, tandaan, at point of tangency, the slope of the tangent line and the slope of the curve at that point, no, is equal. No? So, parehas sila ng slope. No? So, to solve for the slope of the tangent line, no, so ang formula natin, so ganun pa rin, delta y over delta x. Kaya lang, pinagkaiba, in-approach natin, no, yung delta x to 0. Or we have, no, slope of the tangent line is equal to the limits of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Or, so limits of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Okay po. No? So, ayan yung formula natin for the tangent line. No? No? For slope of a line tangent to a curve. No? So, ayan. Kasi, ang point, no, sa curve, no? So, di ba nag-iiba yan? No? So, itong point na to, so iba yan dito. No? So, ibig sabihin, yung slope ng tangent line, no, at this point, no, is different, no, to the slope of the tangent line, no, to this point. No? So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-iiba yung point sa curve, nag-iiba din yung slope mo. No? Para ma-solve yun, yung slope na yun, so, ang formula natin ito. limits of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0. So, yun po yun. So, yun. So, ganun yung pagkuha ng slope ng tangent line, no? Sa curve. No? So, yun. So, tandaan, ito, second line. And ito, tangent line. Okay. Then, so we have the types of rate of change. No? So, dalawa yun. So, average rate of change and the instantaneous rate of change. No? So, pag sinabing average rate of change, so it is a measure of the rate at which y is changing with respect to x for the interval. No? So, delta y over delta x. So, ito yung formula. No? So, di ba? Same lang ng pagkuha ng slope ng second line. No? So, ibig sabihin, slope of the second line, no, is equivalent to the average rate of change. No? Okay. Then, instantaneous rate of change, so the rate of f of x at x. No? So, formula, so limits of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0. No? That is equivalent to the slope of the tangent line. No? So, ano yung pinagkaiba nila? Average rate of change, no? So, meron kang given interval. No? So, yun po. So, meron kang x sub 2, x sub 1, y sub 2, y sub 1 para makuha mo yung average rate of change. So, dito, sa instantaneous, no? So, instant, no? So, meron kang rate of change, no? At specific value of x. No? So, meron ka lang isa. No? Isang value ng x. No? So, ganun po ang instantaneous rate of change. No? So, diba? Parehas sila. No? So, pag nag-solve ka pala ng instantaneous rate of change, pag rinap mo yun, so nasa-solve mo na rin yung slope of a tangent line. No? Kasi di ba function naman yung pinag-aaralan natin. So, may curve din. No? Pag kinuha mo, slope, yung instantaneous rate of change, no? Nakukuha mo na rin yung slope of tangent line. Then, we have differentiability and continuity. So, the derivative of a function f given by, no? So, diba? With respect to x, at any x in its domain is the number, limits of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Or we have the limits of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x as delta x approaches 0. No? So, ito yung definition natin ng derivative. No? So, yun. So, di ba? So, derivative. So, same lang sila ng instantaneous rate of change and slope of the tangent line. No? Parehas. So, limit of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, pag ginawa natin yung derivative of a function, tatlo yung nakukuha natin. No? So, una, so we have the slope of the tangent line. Pangalawa, yung slope of the curve, no, at a specific point. No? So, yun po yung nakukuha natin. No? So, hindi yung slope of the curve. No? Kasi yung slope ng curve, so, nag-iiba yun. No? Pag nagbabago ng point doon sa line. No? So, kaya, pag sinabing derivative, so that is the slope of the curve, no, at a specific value of x. No? Or the slope of the curve at the point of tangency. And pangatlo is the instantaneous rate of change. No? So, tatlo. So, pwede mo i-define yung derivative ng function into three. No? Slope, the tangent line, no? No? Or the slope of the curve at a point, and instantaneous rate of change. No? So, provided the limit exists. No? Para makuha mo yung derivative. So, ibig sabihin, right-hand limit is equal to left-hand limit. So if the limit exists at x equal to a, then we say the function f is differentiable at a. So kung may specific value ka, if the function, no, or the limit exists at that value of x, so differentiable. Then if a function f is differentiable at x sub 1, then f is continuous at x sub 1. But the reverse is not always true. So sabi dito, if the function is differentiable, the function is continuous. So ibig sabihin, nasatisfy niya yung three conditions. No? F of c exists, limits of f of x exist, and f of c is equal to limits of f of x. So continuous siya. No? Basta differentiable, the function is continuous. Pero sabi dito, but the reverse is not always true. So ibig sabihin, hindi porket continuous ang isang function ay differentiable na siya. So hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon. So meron tayong continuous function, no, at specific value of x, no, pero hindi siya differentiable at that value of x. No? So ganun po. So tandaan po 'yon, no? So ang conclusion natin dito, no? So all differentiable functions are continuous functions, but not all continuous functions are differentiable functions. No? So tandaan po 'yon. Pag differentiable function, continuous siya. Pag continuous function, so hindi lahat ng continuous function differentiable functions. No? So a function can fail to be differentiable at a number c for one of the following reasons. So number 1, case 1, f is discontinuous at c. So, di ba? This is a step discontinuity. No? So if the function is discontinuous at that value of c, well, the function is not differentiable. No? Ganun po. Di ba? Sabi kanina sa definition, a function is differentiable if the function is continuous. No? Yeah. So, yun. Then, f is continuous at c, and the graph of f has a vertical tangent at the point where x is equal to c. So, di ba ito? So, this is continuous function. So, ito yung kanina yung sinasabi ko sa definition. So, hindi porket continuous ay differentiable na siya. No? So, ito continuous. Pero hindi siya differentiable at c. Bakit? Kasi meron siyang vertical tangent line. No? So, merong vertical tangent line doon. So, pag meron kang vertical tangent line, ang slope kasi nun, ano slope ng vertical line? Ano po?
0 po.
0? Undefined. Ang slope ng vertical line. Di ba? Ang slope of a straight line is delta y over delta x. Pag ang line mo is vertical, yung x sub 1 mo is equal to x sub 2. Kasi hindi nagbabago yung x mo. So that is 0. Delta x 0. So meron kang 0 sa denominator. So that is undefined. So pag ganun, no, may vertical tangent. So hindi siya differentiable. No? Continuous but not differentiable. Kasi nga meron siyang vertical tangent line. Then last, no, case 3, f is continuous at c, but the graph of f has no tangent line at the point where x is equal to c. No? Okay. Halimbawa ito. So merong sharp corner. So hindi ka makakagawa ng tangent line. So continuous, no, but not differentiable. So ganun po. So that is case number 3. So sa pag-aaral natin, no, sa mga susunod na topics, lahat ng functions are differentiable functions. So, ganun yung pag-atake natin sa topic. So, all functions are differentiable. Okay. So, pinakita lang dito. So, kailan mag-fail yung function. Okay. Then, we have the different notations for derivatives. So, we have the Leibniz, Lagrange, Euler, and Newton's notation. So, Leibniz notation, so that is dy over dx. So, ito yung malimit natin gagamitin. Leibniz notation. So, in differential form. So, tawag niyan differentials. dy dx. So, para familiarize na tayo pag nandun na tayo sa differentials. No? Kasi ito yung gamit sa differentials. Then, sa integral din, no? So, dy dx din yun. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Pagdating ng differential equation, Leibniz notation din yung kalimitan na ginagamit. So, eto, no? Then, Lagrange notation. So, yung may prime, f prime or y prime, first derivative, y double prime, second derivative. So, Lagrange notation. No? So, ito yung dalawa. Any of the two gagamitin natin. No? Pero malimit. Ito, yung dy over dx. So, pagdating sa implicit differentiation, yung iba kasi nalilito. Ito yung ginagamit nila. Lagrange. No? Then, sa final answer, doon na lang sila nagbabago. Ginagawa na nilang Leibniz notation. The next, Euler's notation. Ayan. Then, Isaac Newton's, no? Or Newton's notation, may dot. No? Kapag y dot, no? Isang dot, so that is the first derivative. No? So, hindi natin masyadong nagagamit to. Ito, ginagamit to sa mechanics. Kasi y dot, no? Or minsan x dot, no? So, that is first derivative, or that is equivalent to velocity. No? Kasi ano to eh, pag y dot, function of time. No? With respect to time. Time po. Velocity. No, ito, y, so that is vertical velocity. Pag x dot, horizontal velocity. No? Pag double dot na, so that is acceleration. No? Okay. So, Isaac Newton. Newton's notation. Ito, so the process of finding the derivative of a function is called differentiation. So, ayan. Ay yung process ng pagkuha ng derivative. Yung kanina, yung pagkuha natin ng slope ng tangent line. No? So that is differentiation. No? So it can be made by 4 simple steps. No? So yan. O yung iba tawag dyan, 4-step rule or 4-step process. No? Sa ibang reference, 3 lang. No? 3-step rule. Ayan. Tapos ating gawin natin 4. No? So, step 1, subtracting from y is equal to f of x, change y to y plus delta y and x to x plus delta x. No? So, ganun po. Then 2, subtract y from both sides of the equation to find delta y. Then 3, divide by delta x to form difference, quotient, and simplify. And 4, take the limit as delta x approaches 0. No? Replacing the left side with dy over dx and applying limit theorems on the right side. Finally, simplify. Ito yung 4 steps natin. Example. No? So, find the derivative of the function using the definition, no? Or by 4-step rule. So, you have y is equal to 4x squared minus 5. No? So, step 1, change y to y plus delta y. Change x to x plus delta x. So, we have y plus delta y so equal to 4 times x plus delta x squared minus 5. Next, subtract y to both sides of the equation. So to find delta y. So we have delta y is equal to 4 times x plus delta x squared minus 5 minus y. Step 3, divide both sides by delta x, no, to form difference quotient. No? So, divide by delta x, divide by delta x. Then, simplify. No? So, we have 4 times x plus delta x squared. Ano yan? Paki-expand. So, x plus delta x times x plus delta x. Product of two binomials. So, use FOIL method. Paki-expand. No? X plus delta x times x plus delta x. Diba? Ganyan yan. X plus delta x. X plus delta x. So, turo ni teacher noon, no? Pag meron kang binomial, use FOIL method. So, na, first terms, no? So, x times x. So, that is x squared. Then, outer terms, no? So, that is x times delta x. Next, inner terms, so, x times delta x. So, same lang yun. So, that is x times delta x plus x times delta x. Ano yun? So, that is positive 2x times delta x. Then last terms, so delta x times delta x, delta x squared. Okay. Anong next? Next is minus 5 minus, ano yung y? 4x squared minus 5. So, ingat tayo sa pag-group. So, di ba negative? So, yung iba, di ba negative y? So, negative 4x squared minus 5. Naka-quantity. Yung iba, yung ginagawa nila, negative 4x squared minus 5. Mali po yan. Pag yan ginawa mo. No? So, dapat, madi-distribute mo yung negative sign. No? So, dapat negative 4x squared plus 5. No? Kung hindi ka gagamit ng grouping symbol agad. So, yun lang. No? So, over delta x. No? O, simplify pa. So, multiply. So, 4 times x squared. 4x squared plus 4 times 2x delta x. So, that is 8x delta x plus 4 times delta x squared. Then, minus 5. Then, minus 4x squared plus 5 over delta x. So, may makakancel, di ba? So, that is 4x squared, no? 0. Negative 5 plus 5. No? So, ano natira? 8x delta x plus 4 times delta x squared over delta x. So, anong next mong gagawin? Factor out delta x sa numerator. No? So, we have delta x times 8x plus 4 times delta x, no? Over delta x. No? So, that is equal to 8x plus 4 times delta x. So that is step 3. Step 4. Ano sabi sa step 4? Take the limit as delta x approaches 0. And replacing the left side with dy over dx. Okay, so take the limit. No? So una, replace mo natin. So that is dy over dx. So that is equal to limit of 8x plus 4 times delta x. No? As delta x approaches 0. Then evaluate the right side. So limit of 8 of x plus 4 times delta x as delta x approaches 0. So that is 8x plus 4 times 0. So derivative of y with respect to x, so that is equal to 8x. So nakuha mo na yung derivative. So ganun ang 4-step process. May question? Question? Naintindihan ang 4-step process? Wala. May kausap ba ako?
Yes po, sir.
Yun, may kausap ako. O, next example. Ito. So, y is equal to square root of x minus 2. So, 4-step process ulit.
X plus
Y
delta
plus
x.
delta y and x plus delta x. Very good, no? Square root of x plus delta x minus 2. Step 2. Delta y is equal to square root of x plus delta x minus 2 minus y. Anong next? So, divide both sides by delta x and simplify. Okay. So, we have square root of x plus delta x minus 2 minus y is square root of x minus 2 over delta x. Step 4, limits. No? So, the derivative of y with respect to x so equal to limits of square root of x plus delta x minus 2 minus square root of x minus 2 over delta x as delta x approaches 0 times square root of x plus delta x minus 2 plus square root of x minus 2 over square root of x plus delta x minus 2 plus square root of x minus 2. O, multiply. So we have dy over dx so equal to limits of multiply, FOIL method, yung numerator, so that is equal to x plus delta x minus 2 minus x minus 2 over delta x times square root of x plus delta x minus 2 plus square root of x minus 2. Okay. So, as delta x approaches 0. So, yung numerator, so may maka-cancel tayo dyan. So, yung x and yung negative. So, matitira na lang is delta x. So, we have limits of delta x over delta x times square root of x plus delta x minus 2 plus square root of x minus 2 as delta x approaches 0. Ayan. So, makancel din yung delta x, no? So, delta x over delta x, so that is 1. So, we have limits of 1 over square root of x plus delta x minus 2 plus square root of x minus 2 as delta x approaches 0. Yun, no? So limits, so we have 1 over square root of x plus 0 minus 2 plus square root of x minus 2. What is the derivative of y with respect to x? 1 over ano po? 2 times square root of x minus 2. Next example. Ito. If b of x cubic centimeter is the volume of a cube having an edge of x centimeter, so compute the average rate of change of the b of x with respect to x as x changes from 3 to 3.2 centimeters. Then b, what is the instantaneous rate of change of b of x with respect to x when x is 3. So solve natin average and instantaneous rate of change. No? So di ba sa average, so meron kang interval 3 to 3.2. 3.2 x sub 2, 3 x sub 1. Sa instantaneous, so meron ka lang isa. 3. So ano daw yung rate of change if x is 3? No? Sa specific value. So una, solve natin average rate of change. Ibang formula natin for average rate of change, so that is delta y over delta x, so that is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. So, hanap natin instantaneous rate of change of the volume. So, volume ng cube, so that is b of x, so that is equal to x cubed. So, solve natin. So, ang dependent variable natin is v, no? Yung volume. Independent yung x, yung edge. No? So, kaya, pag kinuha natin, average rate of change, so that is delta b over delta x. So, yun po. No? So, delta b, so that is equal to f of x plus delta x. No? So, ano yan? So, that is b of x sub 2. No? So, that is 3.2. So, that is b of 3.2 minus f of x. So, that is v of x. No? Initial. So, that is b of 3 over, no? Delta x. So, that is 3.2 minus 3.0. The next, no? So, what is b of 3.2? So, substitute lang natin itong x, no? 3.2 dun sa x cube. So, we have 3.2 cube minus 3.0 cube over 3.2 minus 3.0, so that is 0.2. So, delta b over delta x is equal to, so that is 28.84. Anong unit? Unit is cubic centimeter per centimeter. So, ito unit natin. Kasi rate of change, no? Of volume with respect to x. Or with respect to the edge of the cube. So, that is cubic centimeter per centimeter. Or pwede mo i-write as cubic centimeter per cm. So, ganyan, no? O, wag mo lang gagawin cm squared, no? So, for this problem, no? Kasi pag cm squared mo nilagay dyan, so, may interpret siya as area. No? So, hindi po area yung pinag-uusapan natin. pinag-usapan natin is the rate of change of the volume with respect to the edge. No? So that is average rate of change. No? The next, so letter B, what is the instantaneous rate of change? No? Okay. So manggagaling pa rin tayo sa formula ng volume na x cubed. No? So instantaneous rate of change, no? So that is limits of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0. Diba? Okay. So gagamitin natin po. So, solve natin. The una is, first step, no? Change y to delta y, change x to delta x. So, dito, v and x, no? So, dependent variable is b. No? So, yun. So, pwede natin siya i-write as b is equal to x2, no? So, yun. So, we have b plus delta b. So, equal to x cubed. So, that is x plus delta x cubed. Next step, solve for delta b. So we have delta b is equal to x plus delta x cubed minus v. No? Then, divide both sides by delta x. So meron na tayong difference quotient. No? Next, no? Simplify. So what is x plus delta x cubed? X plus delta x cubed. So, di ba? That is equivalent to x plus delta x times x plus delta x times x plus delta x. Diba? Pakisolve.
X cubed
Plus
plus 3x squared
3x squared
delta x
times delta x
plus 3x
plus 3x
times delta x squared plus delta x cubed.
plus delta x cubed. Minus b. Minus b. Ano yung b natin? X cubed. No? So that is minus x cubed over delta x. No? May makakancel. Meron, no? X cubed. So matitira na lang sa numerator is 3x squared delta x plus 3x delta x squared plus delta x cubed. No? Over delta x. So factor out delta x. So we have delta b over delta x. So that is equal to delta x times, no? 3x squared plus factor out x, no? So 3x delta x, then plus factor out sa delta x cubed, so plus delta x squared, no? Over delta x, no? So cancel, no? So meron ka ng 3x squared plus 3x delta x plus delta x squared. Then take the limit, no? So meron tayo dv over dx, so equal to limit of 3x squared plus 3x delta x plus delta x squared as delta x approaches 0. Substitute, so we have 3x squared plus 3x times 0 plus 0 squared. So db over dx is equal to 3x squared. No? So that is the derivative of the function. So hinahanap natin is instantaneous rate of change of bx with respect to x when x is 3. No? When x is 3. So substitute natin yung 3 So we have 3 times 3 squared. So the answer is, that is 27. No? Anong unit? Anong unit? Anong unit natin? Di ba? Instantaneous rate of change of volume with respect to x. So that is cubic centimeter per centimeter. Then, so ganun po. Next example. Ito. So a balloon gets bigger as it is being inflated. So find the rate of change of the surface area with respect to its radius when the radius is 2 feet. Okay. Balloon daw. No? So consider natin yung balloon as spherical. No? Spherical. Ayun. So ano ang surface area ng sphere? So that is 4 pi r squared. No? Okay. So kunin natin yung derivative. No? Formula. No? So that is r yung independent variable, a is the dependent variable. So una, so we have itong a, so that is delta a, so equal to 4 pi, step 1. So step 1 is change a, no, to a plus delta a. So a plus delta a. So equal to 4 pi. So change r to r plus delta r. So r plus delta r squared. No? Then solve for delta a. So delta a, so equal to 4 pi r plus delta r squared minus a. Then difference quotient. So divide both sides by delta r. Then simplify. So we have 4 pi times, so r plus delta r squared, FOIL method. Ano po? R plus delta r. O, makabulos.
Sir, r squared
R squared
plus 2r times 2r times
delta.
delta r plus delta r square.
Very good, no? So times delta r squared. Minus a, so that is 4 pi r squared, no? Over delta r. No? Then distribute 4 pi. So we have 4 pi r squared plus 4 pi times 2r delta r. So that is 8 pi r delta r plus 4 pi times delta r squared minus 4 pi r squared, no? All over delta r. No? Next, cancel 4 pi r squared. So matitira na lang sa numerator 8 pi r times delta r plus 4 pi r squared over delta r. So factor out delta r sa numerator. So we have delta a over delta r is equal to delta r times ano yun? So 8 pi r plus 4 pi delta r over delta r. So cancel. Then limits of the right side. So we have dA over dr So equal to limits of 8 pi r plus 4 pi delta r as delta r approaches 0. So substitute, so we have 8 pi r plus 4 pi times 0. So that is equal to 8 pi r. No? Then, hinanap natin, radius, no, is 2 feet. No? When radius is 2 feet. So that is 8 pi times 2. So that is equal to 16 pi. No? So 16 pi. So unit natin is feet squared per